We're live now in Atlantic City, ready for our heavyweight bout. And yesterday we had a chance to talk with both Razor Ruddock and Kim Odom. We asked Ruddock if he may be looking past this fight.
I don't think anyone should ever make that mistake and look at it as a tune-up, because you see what happened to Mike Tyson. I take my sport very seriously, and anyone walking in front of me in the ring, I'm going to take it just as seriously as if I was fighting for the title.
I sparred with him before, and they sent me home.
大家好，老师从业中医男科30余年，帮助了数千名海内外华人朋友通过中药调理重回男性雄风。如果你也存在房事时间短、勃起无力、硬度差、中途疲软、肾虚、前列腺炎等问题，现在就加中医老师微信574-993-200，纯中药，一人一方，治根治本，帮助你持续坚挺20至40分钟，补肾壮阳，延时助勃，彻底告别快男软男。记住微信574-993-200。
I always believe in keeping a fighter busy. If this is the best fight that Ruddock could get, yes, he has to take it to keep busy.
As far as Kimmy Odom is concerned, not nearly as well known as Razor Ruddock. Still, it's apparent that he sees this as a great opportunity. He has shed 20 pounds from those clips we showed you at the top of our program today. He's down to a fighting 234 and looks good.
Tim, he knows this is an opportunity for him, and he's no pushover. You know, he has a good win over an up-and-coming heavyweight, Rufus Hadley. Art Tucker went in with a 16-0 record. He knocked him out. He's had a lot of international amateur experience. He knows this is the opportunity, and he's going to go for it.
Odom went 12 tough rounds against Ray Mercer in his last outing. Now, I guess the question about Ruddock today is that he has come in at 240 pounds. That's 10 pounds higher than he ever has before, and yet he says he's in shape.
Tim, as a former trainer, I don't like that a bit. Tim, I just don't like that a bit. You know, if the fight goes any distance, those 10 pounds could prove an anchor later in the fight.
All right, well, we'll be back with Razor Ruddock, ranked number 3 in the world, and Kimmy Odom after these words from your local station.
Now, my good friends, introducing the principals. First, in the red corner, wearing the black trunks with the golden red trim. He weighed in at even 234 pounds. This gentleman has 13.
We're back live at Harrah's Atlantic City. The fighters are being introduced.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Razor Ruddock coming in at 240 pounds.
Odom. And his opponent in the blue corner.
And Odom at 234. He is 30 years of age. Razor Ruddock is 24 years of age and considered by many as the most dangerous fighter in the heavyweight division, awaiting his opportunity as they sort things out at the top there with Douglas, Tyson, Holyfield, and George Foreman working his way in. Two tall, big heavyweights. In New Jersey, the 3 knockdown rule means 3 knockdowns in a round would end the fight. There is a standing 8 count in New Jersey, meaning in effect it is like a knockdown. If the referee judges that the fighter is in trouble, he can give him a standing 8 count even though he hasn't gone to the canvas. The doctor can stop a fight here in New Jersey. Rudy Battle is the referee, giving the boxers their final instructions. And you're looking at Kimmy Odom, and here is Razor Ruddock. From Weston, Ontario, a suburb just outside of Toronto, born in Jamaica, moved to Toronto at the age of 11, an accomplished tennis player as a youngster, and still plays that game very well indeed. Ranked number 3 in the world, 23-1-1. Kimmy Odom, 12-3 with 1 no contest, 11 knockouts in his 12 victories, and a guy who has really taken this opportunity to its fullest, knocking off about 20 pounds down to 234, because he knows that if he can beat the number 3 man in the world, that'll move him into the top 10.
Well, Tim, he knocked off the 20 pounds, and Razor Ruddock put on 10 pounds, so that could be a little bit of an equalizer.
Ruddock, nonetheless, very confident, very relaxed before this fight. This fight scheduled originally for the 1st of July, and Ruddock had suffered a broken bone in his right wrist, the ulna bone, and it was just simply not in top form for the July 1st date, so the fight was postponed. He now says that everything is just fine. It is fully healed. He's not been bothered with it in training.
Tim, you know, Razor Ruddock relies on that good stiff left jab, but Odom has that sleek right hand that he throws over a jab once in a while, but he has to go for it. He has to let it go.
Judges for the fight are William Koster from Trenton, John Riley from Mountainside, New Jersey, John Condon from Blackwood, New Jersey.
Get off his head. Break out, please. Get off that head.
Most boxing observers don't expect that their services will be needed. Round 1 scheduled for 10. Odom in black, Razor Ruddock in white. Good combination scored by Odom.
And no reply from Razor Ruddock.
Now Ruddock driving Odom back, lands a right hand down the pike, and a left hook behind it to the ear. And a big right to the ear and a left. He's got Odom in some trouble here, but Odom fires back.
One thing about Ruddock, he has power in both hands. Makes no difference which one he hits you with.
Ruddock's last outing, an impressive 4-round stoppage of Michael Dokes in April of this year. Odom's last fight, 12-round decision loss at the hands of Olympic champion Ray Mercer. There's a big left hook by Ruddock and a right hand behind it. Under a minute to go in the first round.
You know, Tim, when you throw those big bombs, sometimes you leave yourself wide open. I'd like to see Razor Ruddock using that jab a lot more, set this guy up before he throws those bombs.
Ruddock with victories over Dokes, Mike Weaver, James Broad, Bone Crusher Smith. None of those guys in their prime at the time that he beat them, but nonetheless he has looked more impressive with each outing. Now ranked number 3 in the world by all 3 boxing organizations. 15 seconds remaining in the first round. Coming to the end of round number 1 of the scheduled 10-round heavyweight bout.
Right, step out. Get off his leg. Get off. Run. Round 2.
Round number 2, live from Atlantic City. Tim Ryan and Gil Clancy watching heavyweights. Donovan Razor Ruddock in white. The left hook to open this second round against Kimuel Odom. Odom from Gary, Indiana. Jamaican-born Ruddock from Weston, Ontario, near Toronto. His wife Judith and 3 children back home in Canada. Odom is single, living with his family in Gary. 30 years of age, holds a
quick short left hook. Tim by Razor Ruddock.
There's a good combination behind it. Odom holds a disqualification victory over Mike Tyson when they were amateurs back in 1984.
Get off his neck.
Made it to the Olympic trials quarterfinals. 3-time Chicago Golden Gloves champion. A lot of amateur experience, but a late starting pro. Just 16 pro bouts to his credit. He's won 12. We heard Odom claim that he was sparring with Ruddock, and they sent him home because, in his judgment, he was hurting Ruddock.
There was that right-handed Odom, too. He took a chance that time. Tim just missed with it. And I'd still like to see Razor Ruddock using that snappy left jab a lot more than he's using. He's looking to load up on every punch.
This is round 2, scheduled for 10. Short right landed by Odom, counter punching. Heard Razor Ruddock say he couldn't take this guy lightly. Look what happened to Mike Tyson. So presumably he will not do so. Definitely got a live guy in front of him.
And Odom is a stubborn guy, Tim. I remember in his fight with Art Tucker. I mean, he could hit some good solid shots, but he just doesn't give up. Keeps in there, keeps popping away. And sure enough, Tucker got a little tired and he got him out of there.
Under a minute to go. A big left hand landed by Ruddock.
That punch hurt Odom.
It did indeed.
But again, Tim, he's wide open when he's walking in. Keep that form, keep that snapping jab out there.
That cost him in his fight against Bone Crusher Smith, who knocked him down before Ruddock got off the canvas to stop Smith.
All right, let him up. Break, step up. 10 minutes.
You know, he devastated Michael Dokes with those 2 left hooks, Tim. Sometimes that stays in their mind and they forget their boxing plan. Looking to get the guy out with every punch.
Under 30 seconds we go here in the second round.
He wound up with that right hand.
There's 2 rights landed by Odom. Another right hand landed by Odom. Final seconds of the second round.
Now, Tim, what's going to happen? He hit him after the bell and knocked him down.
Well, Odom rallied well at the end of round 2. Now watch what happens here. After the bell, Razor Ruddock knocked Odom down with a left hand, and Rudy Battle has deducted some points. It is a 1-point penalty as we head into round 3. Let's see if that arouses Odom. So Razor Ruddock, after the bell, unloaded a left hand on Odom, and it has cost him a point.
And sometimes it's better to lose a point. I mean, what kind of condition is Odom in after getting hit with that left hook with his hands down?
Well, and Odom had done a good job in the final seconds of landing several combinations to the head of Razor Ruddock. And then suddenly after the bell, he found himself on the seat of his pants. He's evidently all right.
Well, he's never been stopped, Tim Odom. One of those stubborn guys, stays in there. And again, with that extra 10 pounds that Ruddock's carrying around, who knows what's going to happen if the fight goes into distance.
Meanwhile, Odom has got some of the crowd on his side here as a result of the unsportsmanlike shot by Ruddock. And now Ruddock, 3 left hooks, one of them rocking Odom back into the ropes. A combination and a right hand by Ruddock. And Odom fires back, not a lot on it, but he stops the flurry of Ruddock.
Well, he certainly has the crowd on his side now, Tim.
They're chanting Odom, Odom. Well, the underdog, Samuel Odom. There's a big left hook that rocks Odom and sends him back to the ropes again. Well, Ruddock picking up his pace here in round 3. Let's find out from the Odom corner what they thought of the foul by Razor Ruddock. Dan Driggins is over there. Dan?
Tim, they are calling for a disqualification over in the Camille Odom corner. Ralph Citro, the cut man, is screaming still. Why don't you disqualify him for that late shot? Tim, back to you.
Thanks, Dan. Well, that follows on the heels of yesterday's controversial win by Nigel Benn over Iran Barkley. Many thinking, Gil and I included, that referee Carlos Padilla should have disqualified Nigel Benn for knocking Barkley on the head after Barkley was already on the canvas.
And Tim, Ruddock has thrown a lot of punches, a lot of hard punches, and he still hasn't really wobbled Samuel Odom. Again, that 10 pounds, if this fight goes any distance, could be very, very important.
Oh, there's right in the left hand. It was a short right hand that did the damage, snapping back the head of Odom and a big left behind it. Now Ruddock trying to get the crowd back on his side, but they're booing him. Is Odom going to make it up? No, it is all over. 3rd round knockout for Razor Ruddock. Not a popular one following his late blow at the end of round 2. But Razor Ruddock has scored a knockout victory. His 18th in 24 victories with just 1 loss and 1 draw. So Razor Ruddock continues his campaign for a title shot, number 3 ranked heavyweight, stopping Samuel Odom in the 3rd round. Watch for the short right hand that sets this up. There's the right to the head and then the left hand behind it. Actually, it wasn't as short as I thought. It was a real haymaker.
Tim, I tell you, that Ruddock certainly has the punching power. No question about it. He can punch.
There's the right hand and there's the left behind it. Bringing it up from underneath. And a knockout victory scored by Donovan Razor Ruddock.
Ladies and gentlemen, from Harrah's, Atlantic City, New Jersey, the time of this bout, 2 minutes and 58 seconds of the 3rd round, and a winner by a knockout, Donovan Razor Ruddock.
Razor Ruddock, the knockout winner of this fight. Razor, you got the crowd all upset at you because of that punch you threw after the bell at the end of round 2. What happened there?
First of all, I'd like to say hi to all the people in Jamaica. I'd like to say hi to all the people in the PAL Athletic League in Fort Lauderdale, and my mother and father in Canada. Nathan Brown, this is for you.
What happened there? Why did you throw the punch after the bell?
What's his name again? Tim. What happened was I got a little bit frustrated because, first of all these other good fighters are ducking me. They forced me to get up for this fight. I mean, after knocking out Michael Dawson in the 4th round, I was up for that fight, and they give me a guy like Camille Odom, and it was a lot of pressure. I got frustrated. I wanted to knock him out. I got there a little bit tight. I did not utilize my total ability, and he was there looking in my face, and I just get pissed and knock him out.
Well, Razor, also just near the end of that round, that was his best flurry, and he was doing some damage to you there.
He wasn't damaging me. I was laughing actually because he can't punch me. That's where I feel, and I was just taking my time trying to get into the fight. I know when I hit him, he's gonna go.
All right. Well, it could have been a costly thing for you. It cost you a point. Nonetheless, you came back and finished it off in the 3rd round with the power that people are starting to expect from you. It was a big right hand over the top that really hurt him first, coming right here. And then a left behind it.
Hey, I'm telling you one thing, right? I'm really sorry I hit him after the bell. I knew I was going to get him sooner or later. And I'm sorry if I make all the people upset, but it's part of boxing. We're in here, it's a brutal sport. It's not a tennis match, this is a fight. And sometimes you get upset, you know, people don't know how much it takes for you to build up to get to be able to fight another man and try to knock him out.
Now, as it turned out, you won a 3rd round knockout, but there was some question about your coming in 10 pounds heavier than you ever have for a fight before.
Well, I think I was that was a factor in the beginning to be able to let me start off fast, and I think it's because I was taking some amino acids, some power pack pill, energy pill I was training with, and I think that's what put on the 10 pounds. And
all right, so what's your optimum weight, do you think?
My optimum weight is probably 230 because I felt dynamite with the Michael Dawson on 230 pounds. I'm going to try and keep it at 230 pounds, and I'd like to send out a challenge to all the heavyweights in the division because Tyson, Foreman, Evander Holyfield, Buster Douglas, I am not the hard man in this heavyweight division. I'm ranked number 3 in the heavyweight division, and I think they should acknowledge the fact that I'm there. Do not overlook me. Don King, don't overlook me. I'm here to stay.
Okay, Razor, congratulations on a 3rd round knockout, albeit somewhat controversial after the blow after the bell. Nonetheless, a win for Razor Ruddock.